Well, you're Czech.
I am Czech, and I'm having soup. Every time I have a meal now, I have soup at the beginning of the meal.
Dumplings. Did you get my tweet?
Sauerkraut. Yes, dumplings, sauerkraut, cabbage. Good pork. Pork, very good for you. I like the roast pork. I'm not
pulled pork.
Oh, not the pulled pork. No, roast pork. Roasted. It's nice. It's done. It's like falls off right there. It's nice.
Did you have the pig with the head on it?
No. No, I did not. I had beef with some good beef. I had goulash. I like
to get a good look at my food.
You do like to look at it?
Yeah.
Well, I did not have that, and no real ham or anything. We had the pork, the roast pork. It's the white meat, the other white meat.
Any vegetables?
Yeah, of course there's vegetables. And we had broccoli, and we had mixed vegetables. There's the old Czech mixed vegetables, the lima beans, and the good stuff that's all mixed in there, the legumes and things of that nature. Legumes, yes. They're very nice.
2 weeks, that's a long time.
Yeah, I was there for 2 weeks, and we had beer also.
But you had plenty of wine, though, I hear.
Well, no, more beer than wine. I mean, they have good wine, but this is
great beer.
This is the beer capital of the world.
Every city has its own beer.
Has a brewery. Yes, it does. And there's the major ones are Budvar, the original Budweiser. That's Budweiser. That's where it all started. Was there in the Czech Republic, and then the Germans came and stole it like they did everything else. And
the Germans did?
Of course, some kind of factions. They went to Munich and started doing the Budweiser.
Doesn't seem like
the creek water that we have here is for beer in the United States. It's terrible compared to the great Budvar. You can find Budvar here in the United States. It's marketed under Czech Bar. CZECH, there's your Czech. VAR, there's your VAR. Put it together, it's your Czech Bar. It's good lager beer. There's Pilsner Urquell, great Pilsner, the very first Pilsner beer. There's Staropramen.
The schnitzels come with this beer?
You have some schnitzels with the beer. It's very, very good. Very good. And the soups are wonderful. I started liking sauerkraut or cabbage soup.
Pork
schnitzel, chicken schnitzel. You can have Wiener
chicken
schnitzel.
Say that fast.
Chicken schnitzel. And so, didn't Chicken Schnitzel play with the 49ers when you were playing back in the game? Remember old Chicken Schnitzel?
Well, this last game, they made some very Chicken Schnitzel calls.
They did?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, it's great to have you back, and we want to thank Brandon for sitting in for you.
Brandon was sitting in the chair. Is that why it's out of adjustment here right now?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
That's why your lighting's a bit off.
Now, while I was gone, I got excited because I know the Dodgers won the National League West, and I'm sure they're all ready to go in the World Series.
Oh, yeah, they were all pumped up, and
they with a big Kershaw and Greinke 1-2 punch.
Well, they put up a pretty good fight for 4 games of the 5, and then of course the last game they did a meltdown here at the
Well, I heard
stadium.
There was a problem in the last game where a guy walked and the guy on first base was able to go all the way to third because they had a shift on and nobody was covering third base.
Yeah, well, not only was nobody covering, there wasn't anybody in the ballpark that knew who should cover. So it wasn't like someone said, "Oh, gee, that was my bad. I just spaced out. I made a mistake, but that's my job to cover third base." That wasn't said.
Really?
The point is that job description was never taught. Nobody ever knew who should cover.
That's
and
terrible.
That's the thing that will get you fired in my book.
During the game, I understand that when that happens, Stan Kasten, one of the Dodger upper brass, jumped out of the stands and ran to third to try to cover it. Did he get him out?
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
I didn't see that in my coverage.
That's what I heard in the Czech Republic. Maybe I was in error. We continue straight ahead. The PM Show, weekend edition on sports with the one and only Fred Dreyer.
I'm Jay Farner with some great news on how you could save an average of $3,000 per year on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. The HARP guidelines have changed. There's less paperwork and often no appraisal required. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN. Or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Got a lot on your to-do list? Now, during Kubota's Power to Do Great Things sales event, get a great deal on an L3301 or 3901 tractor with a live continuous running rear PTO. Now get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 5 years. And great customer instant rebates when you buy a new L3301 or 3901 and 2 implements. Now through December 31st, 2015. Call toll-free 1-888-465-8268 for details about cost and terms. For more information or to find a participating dealer, visit Kubota.com.
Welcome back to the PM Show, weekend edition on sports. I'm Michael Horn. The star of our show is the true sultan of safeties. He had his anniversary here a couple of weeks ago. 2 safeties in one game, 21st of October, correct?
Yes, October 21st.
That's when it happened. 2 safeties, 1 game.
That's right.
He was of course, the All-Pro defensive end. He was acting legend and Hunter in so many great series. Is your series coming out? Has it started?
The 9th of November.
The 9th of
Sharon
November.
Stone's Agent X debuts, and I'm in one of those. I'm not in the pilot, but I'm in 2 of these
I
episodes.
thought it was 2 episodes.
So we'll see what happens. We wish them
What is
well.
your role? What do you play again?
I play a very undercover, distant CIA officer that is agent that kind of knows where the bodies are buried.
Yeah, been around the block a few times.
But I'm hiding out because there's people after me.
Oh, wow. So there's people after you.
Yes.
But you know what's going on, so you can give information.
Yeah, they come to me. They come to me and ask me my opinion about stuff that happened a little while ago that reflects on what's happening now.
That's what happened here at the CRN Broadcast Center. The same thing. People come to you all the time. Like, this is Halloween week, and there's a candy dish out there. And I saw Tomas and a few other people here on our staff hovering around you asking which candy to select. And
I'm always going for the Kit Kat.
I know you recommended the Kit Kat.
And they've got Tootsie Rolls in there that are also a top-notch product.
You like Tootsie Rolls, really?
Of course.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do you like the small Tootsie Rolls? Or you like those big ones? You know, you can kind of like
when I was doing the Hunter Show, I used to carry a lot of them around in my coat pockets.
Tootsie Rolls?
Yep.
And why? What was that for?
Well, just a little out of a habit, you know. And of course, when I meet people, you know, you're out in the street, you know, shooting these shows.
Sure. And
you know, you got 8-day shoot. You're 4 days on, 4 or 5 days, you know, on stage, and then you're 3 days out on location. So when I'm out on location, I carry little goodies with me, just in case I run into kiddies or I run into people.
Really nice.
And they say, "Gee, are you a hunter? You a hunter guy?" I said, "Yeah. Hey, have a Tootsie Roll."
And you hand them a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah,
that's
fun.
pretty
it's
good.
It's a nice breaker.
Yeah. Nowadays you get arrested with political correctness. They would. Mr. Hunter tried to give me a candy.
Guy with a fake badge handing candy.
Exactly. You couldn't do that these days. But back in the day, that was a very nice thing you did. That's good. Okay.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, I like Tootsie Rolls, and then I realized when I was going through one of my wardrobe changes,
yes,
I stuck my hand into there, and I realized it was like 500 wrappers. So wait a minute, who ate all this?
So somebody in the wardrobe department ate your...
Well, no. I mean, it was me. I ate them, and I'd fold them up and put them in my pocket. And so every one of my coats had wrappers from Tootsie Rolls.
See, I knew you liked the Kit Kats. I did not know you were a Tootsie Roll. This is a new thing about the stock Tootsie Rolls.
This is a... well, you know, I've swung from a caramel type of a...
You swing many ways,
candy,
I know.
To a milk chocolate and to a dark chocolate.
You've gone to a dark chocolate. Me too, but you like Kit Kats are milk chocolate.
Well, I know.
They make them in dark chocolate, but we can't find them.
Why can't you find them?
Because they're too expensive and they're too big, and they wouldn't fit in that bowl out there. We wanted just the bite-sized.
You can get the small ones.
No, you can't get the bite-sized. Only the bite-sized pieces are in milk chocolate.
Isn't there someone we can fax?
Well, I'm going to try to get some, because when I was a kid going trick-or-treating, if somebody handed me a whole candy bar, that was like a house you always wanted to come back to.
But look, I mean, they make electronics to solve these types of things. Faxes, you know, telephone calls, texts.
Let me ask a question, because a thought just passed now. If we don't ask now, it's going to be gone for a year. I can't fathom this. As a youngster, as a young child growing up in Long Beach, or where were you? In what area?
I was in Lawndale.
Lawndale, California. Did you, Fred Dreyer, ever go out trick-or-treating?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Oh,
you did?
Oh, yeah.
Did you dress up in a costume? I
was a ghost. I was a pirate.
Really?
Yeah, I went out as a baseball player.
You went out as a baseball player, a pirate, a ghost, a 49er, a Dodger?
I went out as any other 31-year-old kid would go out.
Did you go with your brother?
Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, 31. Did you go out with your brother, and did you take like a regular bag or a pillowcase just to kind of fill the thing up with lots of candy?
Well, it's a good question. My mom wouldn't let us do pillowcases because she have to wash them. But we got a sack. We go down to Ralph's.
Yeah,
you know the kinds with the handles on them.
Yeah, oh yeah, with the handles on.
She'd give them to both to my brother and I, and she said, "Have at it."
That's when California allowed those bags to be given away.
That's before you're breaking the law.
That's right.
Now you get arrested.
Now that Governor Brown takes it away.
Like now, you can go down any street in Southern California and see cops pushing kids up against a fence. You know.
Yeah. And people videotaping it.
They're patting them down
for Fox News. They can show.
They're handcuffing them.
So would you fill the bag with candies?
Oh, we would have a good run, and we'd come back, and on the way home, we were just lugging this stuff, and I could see my dad look at me and say, "Come here, let me see that bag." I know what he was going to do.
He said, "Go through it."
And then he said, "Sit down here on the floor," and he'd dump it out on the carpet.
And look for the good stuff.
And he'd spread it all out, and he'd start picking stuff out right away without saying anything. He'd start
the old
picking
man would
stuff
take
out.
stuff out on you?
Yeah, he'd say, "Okay, the rest is yours."
Really?
And he'd throw the rest away.
And
he was correct.
He would?
He was correct.
He was correct?
Yeah.
Now,
He was correct.
Did
Tootsie Rolls, mate, were big.
Did you ever have a house where the people weren't home, but they left a tray out of trick or treats, and it's a little sign that said "Take one," and by the time you got there, everything was gone when the first kid dumped both of them?
No one in our neighborhood was that dumb.
Popcorn? Did anybody ever give you like a handful and just throw popcorn in the bag?
How about pennies?
Pennies were good. Yeah. Money was that was interesting if you got money.
Yeah. Pennies.
Yeah,
pennies and nickels. We would get that. Pennies and nickels.
We used to have the guy that was working on his car up on the jacks. He would get out and have his hands, and he'd go and grab the popcorn and throw it in the bag, so we never ate that. But they'd pop up a bunch of popcorn and just throw it in your bag, loose kernels.
Hey, by the way.
Yes.
Halloween, I'm going to be at the Westin Hotel.
Where?
This Halloween.
Yeah.
At the Westin Hotel here in L.A., out near on Century Boulevard.
Yeah.
Signing autographs.
Really?
At the Hollywood show, the Hollywood Card Show.
So you're going to be there at the Hollywood Card
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday for
31st
Halloween.
and the 1st.
Will you be in costume on Halloween Day?
Yeah, I'm going to wear my Supergirl outfit.
Because people don't know that about you, that you did audition for that part. Didn't you have Supergirl?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Yeah.
But I'm going to be there. So if you're out there at the Westin, at the Westin Hotel on Century Boulevard near the airport, I'm going to be out there this Saturday and Sunday. Come on out, and I'll sign you an autograph and take a picture with you, shake your hand, and maybe give you a Tootsie Roll.
You might recreate.
I might take a bag of Tootsie Rolls with me.
That's Halloween. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Okay, so this is Saturday and Sunday. Is this during the daytime hours?
31st and the 1st, right here on my calendar.
What are the hours that this is going to be?
10 to 5 on Saturday. Yeah. And 11 to 4 on Sunday the 1st.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And so while our show is playing away around the country, I'll be.
We need to get some of those Z cards or whatever that have your picture on there and talk about the show on the back so you can hand them out there. That would be kind of nice. You could autograph them.
You know what? That's a very good idea.
You could autograph those things.
You could give me some cards with my picture on them.
Yeah.
Give me a big stack of them, and I'll have them right there in front of me.
And then you could sign them and say, "Here's how you listen to the show."
That's right.
That's good. I like it. Tomas, even get that together for us. Thanks.
Tomas, where is it?
Tomas over there. Tomas. Yeah, he's producing.
You know, your car comes in handy on Halloween.
Why is that?
Well, he's got everything taped together. And it looks like some sort of
that was the other
old
car.
Batmobile.
He's got a different vehicle now. He retired.
Does you got a new car?
He's got a different car now. Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't have the old Mercedes anymore. Well, he does, but it's being worked on. Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah. Changing the tape.
Not true.
Scotch tape this time. They're going with Scotch
it's clear
tape.
that way you can see the paint.
Yeah, well, you know how that goes.
I took my car and the guy worked on it and he poked holes in the ceiling of the the roof of the inside interior.
Hey, listen, when we come back for our third segment,
can we talk sports?
I want to talk some sports. I'm Dylan Hernandez, who covers the Dodgers scene. I want to talk a little bit about his article.
Straight ahead here on the PM Show, Weekend Edition with Fred Dreyer. Fred_Dreyer. Follow him on Twitter. You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's drsheps.com. 310-873-4422.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson. Attention men who've taken Androgel or any other testosterone therapy products. Androgel or other low-T products have been linked to heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, even death. Scientific studies indicate that the use of testosterone therapy products may double a man's risk of heart attack. If you or a loved one took Androgel or a testosterone therapy product and suffered from a heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, or any other cardiac event, you might be entitled to financial compensation. You have rights, and you need to let us fight for your rights. And you pay no fees unless we win. So call the Tort Attorneys right now. 800-557-7921. 800-557-7921. That's 800-557-7921. Cases may be referred to participating law firms in your jurisdiction.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1,800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808. It's the PM Show Weekend Edition on Sports. Coming to you every week. We do the show live Wednesdays at 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern. It replays throughout the weekend. I'm Michael Horn. The star of our show is the football legend, the acting legend, the one and only Mr. Fred Dreyer.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, family is very important, especially as we wind in toward the holiday season.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And I was talking with my daughter today, who lives in Oklahoma.
Is she coming out for the
She's
holidays?
31. She's going to be out here in about a week or so.
Oh, good.
She's going to come out for about a week. And it's so great. It's uplifting to reconnect with your bloodline.
Yep.
And
your daughter.
And my daughter. But it's great. You know, she's got 3 beautiful kids, and she'll be coming out this way, not with the kids, but she'll be coming out here because she has some business stuff to take care of. And but it's great. It's uplifting. It puts a new kind of a spin on your day.
That's good.
Earlier in the day, I was feeling a little overwhelmed with life and all that stuff. And then you talk to your daughter. You talk to some loved ones and friends, and seeing you, having you come back is
we're kind of like connected.
Is always a pleasure.
I spent 2 weeks in the Czech Republic with my lovely daughter.
That was
wonderful.
Jen
we went
was
back to our
there.
homeland,
Yeah.
and I went with Jennifer too. Yes,
it's good to touch base. There's something about looking at other people and recognizing something in yourself.
Isn't it amazing? It's like when you have a child and your child like poops or something, and you smell it and you go, "Oh my God, that smells like my poop," and then you start to bond with your young child. I remember that was a bonding moment for me with my young daughter when she was first born. She like pooped in her diapers, and I went, "Oh my gosh, that smells like the family poop."
That's me.
It had that same kind of a ring to it. And so then you go to the Czech Republic and you see them eating the soups and having galachkis and eating the pork and stuff, and you go like, "No, that's kind of stuff I did when I was a kid." In fact, they were so nice to us. I remember it was a great delicacy. It was like comfort food, but now it's become gourmet to have like dumplings with tomato gravy or dill gravy on them, and they load them up on there, and it's oh so delicious. And they put a little pork or beef in there with it, and it's wonderful treat.
Well, you've no doubt enjoyed your time there because you have a pork-like glow.
Thank you.
About you. Now look, Dylan Hernandez, beat writer for the Dodgers.
For the Times, he writes. He's on the Dodgers.
He works with the Times. The Times pays his check.
So he follows the Dodgers all year long.
I just want to read something.
Sure.
If this is an article. Front office and the former manager do little to explain the situation, which is parting ways with Don Mattingly.
So the Dodgers got rid of Don Mattingly.
So I'm just taking a couple little paragraphs
resigned.
out of this
article. Sure.
Out of this article that was written, October 23rd. So here it is, and I'll get to the point which was really interesting to me, which is one of the reasons I want to have Dylan come on our show here. Okay. The Dodgers called an afternoon news conference to discuss what they described as a mutual agreement to part ways with Don Mattingly, but very few details of the decision-making process were provided by the team's president of baseball operations, Andrew Friedman, and general manager Farhan Zaidi. Mattingly, speaking on a conference call hosted by the Dodgers, was no more illuminating. Both parties sounded as if they were reciting lines from the vague news release the teams issued earlier in the day, describing the decision as something that came naturally to them after days of dialogue. Here's what I like. Dylan says this. The steadfast refusal to answer direct questions typified the arrogance that has become an organizational trademark since Stan Kasten became the team president 3 years ago.
So the reporters ask the questions, and there's just an arrogance they don't.
Now I saw the live interview. I saw the press conference, and there was hostility almost, verging
between
frustration because they were trying to be polite enough without yelling to ask Farhan Zaidi.
The reporters were
him. Yeah, he's running for president. Isn't it Zaidi? Isn't it? No, that's Jindal. But it's Farhan Zaidi, and then you've got Andrew Friedman. Who are sitting there doing their best with this cheap grin on their face to keep from divulging a clear truth that they wanted Mattingly gone.
They wanted
them out. Yeah. But here's the interesting thing. Everybody was asking, why couldn't Farhan and Andrew just come out and say, look at. We took this team over a couple of years ago. Last year, we saw what Mattingly could do for the last 2 years. We want to try our guy. And that's what most teams do when they buy a team. They make everything theirs.
Right.
And that's what we're going to do.
But they wouldn't say that.
They wouldn't even do that. They wouldn't even come out and talk about that. And it was so cryptic and so insulting to people. And that's why this guy, Dylan Hernandez, that's why he wrote what he wrote, because
we got to have him on.
Because this is just it's really ridiculous, not to get a direct answer. That people deserve that.
It's the baseball, for God's sake. You're not trying to save the Kremlin or whatever. Stay with us straight ahead here. The PM Show Weekend Edition on Sports with Fred Dreyer.
What's going on in the financial world? This is Larry Elder. First, China's economy is booming. Then it's busting. Stocks are up 1,000 points one week, down 1,000 the next. The U.S. economy is recovering. Then, oops, maybe back into recession. For most of us working folks just trying to plan a solid financial future, it all seems so complicated today. But I've got some good news. I just read a simple report that makes sense of today's upside-down world in just 4 pages, entitled, What's Next for the Dollar? That's right, just 4 pages of simple common sense. And best of all, it's free. By calling 800-289-2646, 800-289-2646. Listen to your elder. If you have money to protect, you must read What's Next for the Dollar. Get your free copy today. 800-289-2646. That's 800-289-2646 or at SwissAmerica.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. Really? They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine, and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center, located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinns.com.
Know what's always on my mind, kid? Safety. I live, eat, and breathe safety. When I wake up in the morning, I have a large cup of safety with 2 sugars and a dash of safety. Safety matters. Your safety, my safety, everybody's safety. That's why I love Grainger. Grainger has the products, services, and resources to help keep our facility safe and our people safer. Now pass me one of those safety donuts over there. Call clickgrainger.com/safety or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello, CRN listeners. This is Michael Horn, inviting you to join me and my co-host, Sommelier Nicole Nielsen from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, as we present What's Cooking on Wine. Find out about the latest trends in wine, great food, spirits, and a whole lot more. It's What's Cooking on Wine, done live at 6 o'clock Monday nights at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Pasadena, California, and then the replays throughout the weekend right here on CRN. So if you love wine and you love great food, it's What's Cooking on Wine right here on CRN. PM show, weekend edition on sports. World Series in effect, that's right. Royals, Mets, that's the finalists. As I mentioned, I'm Michael Horn, but the star of our show is the former pitcher in baseball, by the way, when he was playing in his college days. Then went on to this legendary football career with the New York Giants, the New England Patriots, and the Los Angeles Rams. Don't forget that Patriot time.
Don't forget El Camino College.
El Camino College as well. And I'm talking about the one and only Mr. Fred Dreyer.
Thank you so much.
Going to be this weekend signing autographs at the Westin Hotel near LAX on Saturday and Sunday.
The Hollywood Show.
The Hollywood Show.
Yeah, you can Google the Hollywood Show.com and just take a peek at what the list of people. A lot of stars, a lot of television, movie stars, and celebrities.
I might come out
over through the years. It's fun.
I might pop in and see you.
Come on in. I'll buy you a schnitzel.
That'd be good. Now, Don Mattingly, you mentioned, of course, supposedly resigned, but the Dodgers, of course, wanted him out. Friedman and Farhan, Andrew Friedman, Farhan. What's his name?
Farhan Zaidi.
Yeah. And so Don Mattingly is interviewing with the Marlins. I bet he gets back there with D. Gordon. Those guys go on and win the World Series next year.
They're down in the Cuban section, Miami.
It's going to be
cigars.
big.
They're smoking cigars down there. They're getting those rich, beautiful Cuban cigars down there in the back room of some pizza place.
Now, there's a lot of Met fans all over the country, and there's this guy Lenny Dykstra. Didn't he used to play with the Mets? Did you hear this? Tell the story you were telling me before the broadcast today.
It's a big, huge paragraph here. And Lenny Dykstra says he spent $500,000 on private investigators to blackmail umpires to get better calls at the plate.
He said that in 1993, he had investigators again.
I love this guy.
$500,000 to turn up information on umpires, and he could use to kind of strong arm them to call a smaller strike zone. Dykstra's a good, interesting guy.
Here's what we got to do.
Yeah.
We got to. I'm going to make a note of this. I just saw this, and we got to get Lenny Dykstra on here.
Can we get Courtney to work on that? We need Lenny Dykstra from the Phillies and the Mets.
We want to get him on here. I got to ask him some questions here about who hatched this game plan.
He filed for bankruptcy 6 years ago. I guess so.
He spent 6.5 months in jail.
$500,000
hiding baseball gloves and other heirlooms from his playing days.
Unbelievable.
I love him.
So it's.
He was a big juicer, you know.
Was he?
Yeah, he was a 175-pound center fielder for the Phillies and came back and won last season about 210.
210, really?
And ran the bases like he was on fire and hit baseballs off the fence.
I remember that.
Running like crazy and had a huge explosion in his career about that time. And then got hurt and then kind of wrote it down. And then was out here in Los Angeles with car washes and, memorabilia stuff and all that type of thing. Yeah. And then kind of, for some reason, something in his head told him he had to make a couple of extra bucks. $500,000 he spent on PIs to blackmail umpires to get better calls at the plate.
One more comment here on, since we're doing baseball, on Mattingly. Don Mattingly, former Dodgers manager now, talked about his relationship with Yasiel Puig, and it was always kind of slightly off. He said that there wasn't outright distaste, but he said Mattingly is probably not going to be in Puig's wedding. So apparently Mattingly was on.
Is he getting married?
I don't know, but he was on. Mattingly was on Dan Patrick's show on Tuesday.
That's the insinuation here.
Yeah, that's right. And he says, where is Puig in his career was the question. He says, I think at a crossroads for me, I think he jumped out there and was great, and then he was really continued on that path. You've been around the game a long time, and a lot of sports guys will jump on that first year to throw the magic out there, and then there's a league change. Teams are going to gear up for you, continue to make adjustments to get you out. If you don't continue to work and continue to make adjustments, then you get stuck. Obviously, his talent is there. The talent is off the charts, but he'll have to make some adjustments. Puig makes no adjustments.
Thank goodness for Mattingly to give us some insight.
Finally.
We don't know. Everything it's in here, with everything he's commented on, there's no insight whatsoever.
Things we don't know about Yasiel Puig.
There's just nothing here of importance. I looked at this and I said, okay, I know that. So does everybody else.
Puig, when he was just starting out, used to arrive late to the games. He would not even be there on time to work out, and he got benched one game, and then he got in he was hitting so well at the beginning of his short-lived career that they put him in.
Zach Greinke didn't like him. It's in that book.
Yeah. The best team money can buy.
Best team money can buy.
They have to spend more money on that team, the Dodgers. They haven't spent enough on it.
Well, yeah, Greinke threw his luggage in the street.
That's good.
Oh, man. You don't have to like.
Is Greinke going to be back with the Dodgers?
I say no.
You say no?
And I'll tell you why.
Why?
I think Greinke would if he realized that the Dodgers management knew what they were doing.
Well, they've got the same management that's there. Mattingly's gone, but it's the problem with the Dodgers. It's fish smells from the head, down, and so the head of the organization. There's a lot of fish smell going on there. I'm telling you, not those guys, Friedman and what's his name again, Zaidi.
That's correct.
Zaidi. I'm not very strong in
Bobby Jindal's
not very strong. Not strong at all. Listen to me, I'd rather have Ned Colletti back there. At least he's got a baseball head on him. These other guys, all they do is walk around with an iPad and figure out batting averages. That's the way the ball games are run.
If they're going to run this team and therefore pick talent and run it and develop it and trade for it and move it, you're asking me what I think about their ability to do that. Yeah. I could base it on the interview they gave at the press conference.
Exactly, and I could base it on the trade they made to get rid of Dee Gordon, who won the league in hitting, and they traded away a Dodger prospect from their organization to the Miami Marlins, and here you get the Dodgers stinking, and they could have had this guy with base stealing ability, youth on the team, and they dumped him, and no one could give you an answer on why they traded him, could they? Has anyone found out why they traded him?
Nobody pressed.
Pressing.
You're seeing this today in politics, big time. You're seeing people not standing up and demanding answers, and if they have to, get indignant about it and challenge it. That's a nice Tootsie Roll.
I'm just waving the Tootsie Roll because I want answers. I brought you a Tootsie Roll, by the way. Fred wasn't kidding. There are Tootsie Rolls out there in a separate bin. And
these are the exact same ones I had as Hunter.
I think they are. They're a little stale. I noticed. These are the ones.
No, not the exact same ones.
Oh, okay.
The same brand.
The same brand.
Beautiful brand of Tootsie Rolls. When you're talking Tootsie Rolls, it's
Who makes the Tootsie Roll? Is that made by?
It's made by Tootsie Roll. It's made by Tootsie Roll. What the hell?
Nice.
That's what's on there.
You know who likes these? Tommy Lasorda loves Tootsie Rolls.
I'm going to tell you something about these Tootsie Rolls. You know, Tom, now I went out the mound to get Doug Rao, and I looked out there. I said, "What are you chewing? You chewing tobacco?" He said, "No, I got Tootsie Rolls, Jack the Cap. I got Tootsie Rolls." Give me some of those damn things. Umpire came out and said, "What the hell's going on out here?" And they said, "What are you doing?" I got good to you. Well, give me some of those.
We need Tommy back with the Dodgers. Managing from the dugout. That's what we need. We need Lasorda.
I'm Jay Farner with some great news on how you could save an average of $3,000 per year on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. The HARP guidelines have changed. There's less paperwork and often no appraisal required. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN. Or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Got a lot on your to-do list? Now, during Kubota's Power to Do Great Things sales event, get a great deal on an L3301 or 3901 tractor with a live continuous running rear PTO. Now get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 5 years. And great customer instant rebates when you buy a new L3301 or 3901 and 2 implements. Now through December 31st, 2015. Call toll-free 1-888-465-8268 for details about cost and terms. For more information or to find a participating dealer, visit Kubota.com.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422. Welcome back to the PM Show Weekend Edition on Sports. From CRN Digital Talk Radio, the Coach Radio Network. I'm Michael Horn, the real coach here on this show. Is the Sultan of Safeties, 2 safeties in 1 game, played an incredible football career. All-pro defensive end, acting superstar. He's got his new series coming up, Agent X, Sharon Stone series, in which he'll be having a recurring role. I'm talking about the one and only Mr. Fred Dreyer.
Thank you so much. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, I just saw this. I heard a little bit about this.
What'd you hear?
I just saw that Edinson Volquez's father, Danio Volquez, died from heart failure just right before his son took the mound to pitch against the Mets.
Wow.
So Edinson Volquez's father has passed away.
Oh.
So
he's on the mound pitching?
Yeah, heart attack.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's really
sad.
It really is funny, you know. His son gets to start, a great opportunity for him, and his father's ready to watch the game, and he passes away. Anyway, our heart goes out to him. Hope he pitches better, and hope he gets another shot here during the series. Now, we have a basketball starting this week.
Basketball season getting underway. Oh, boy, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. And
what's the magic number for the Lakers?
And the headline is, in the sports page here, is will Kobe find a way? And find a way to do what? To win a championship, another one has
stay
6,
healthy. Or
to stay healthy. And the article is about him, will he find a way to stay healthy?
Yeah.
And will he be able to, keep from wanting to play more than 33 minutes? They're going to keep him down to around 30 minutes a game. He's in his 20th season. He's 37, and they have a young up and coming team. They got some talented kids on the team.
Yeah.
Now you know how it is. You lose 1 or 2 players, and the whole thing will fall apart.
Yeah.
So the Lakers are not picked to win in the West. They're not going to make the playoffs, certainly.
Again, another year, another building year. How many building years do the Lakers need?
Well, here it is. Once Jeannie said Kobe has deserved $50 million for the next 2 years. You resign yourself to limiting yourself to free agents. I remember I told you this last year and the year before.
All year long.
I've been telling you this. No superstar wants to come here and play under Kobe Bryant. This team is not going to elevate itself and really start to make a move until Kobe is gone. And this is the last year, and, there was a conversation this last summer about Kobe says, well, you never can tell. He acts as if, we're all crossing our fingers that he chooses to stay around another year. And what is clear is they don't want him to stay around another year. They want him to leave. They like to have him gone now. They like to use that $25 million to, somewhere down the road to get somebody in here that makes a difference for the team.
But why doesn't he go manage the Dodgers? You've already got Magic Johnson there. Put Kobe Bryant in the manager's seat.
Well,
give him a shot at baseball.
I think that trip really helped you.
Some insight, doesn't it? Don't you think that's something no one else? You've never heard that on any other sports talk.
Wise observation.
That's why I'm here.
And so the season. What's going to happen this season? They were 21-61 last year. So how many games better do you think the Lakers are going to be this year?
Oh, they're going to win about 33 games.
You think 33?
33.
So that's 12 more games.
Yeah.
So they'll win a dozen more games over the course of.
If everybody's healthy.
And that's if they're healthy.
Yeah.
So that's maxing out.
That's maxing out.
12 games. So if someone gets hurt, they can win maybe 6 games more.
Yeah.
They can win 27 games.
That's it.
I'm saying that the Lakers, and you certainly don't know it's a handicap here, but I'll have more on this as the season goes along.
Yes.
I think they're right around 30 wins.
30 wins, so we're close. You and I are close.
About 30 wins.
Yeah.
30 wins. And
are you, when you say that, you look like you're thinking about each game.
30 and 52.
Are you looking at each game kind of in your mind as you go through it?
Yeah, I just went real quickly through the entire season.
You got all the scores and everything?
The entire season.
You're amazing like that.
Well, yeah.
You got that brain, that mathematician brain of yours.
It's a Kit Kat. Yeah,
who's going to be the next Dodgers manager? That's what I want your brain to work on.
Yeah, I know it's going to look. This whole thing.
Tim Wallach,
you folks out there do know that players will play for anybody. It doesn't mean you don't have to ask the players, should I fire this coach or should I hire that coach? You just do what you do. You run the operation, and when a player shows up, for spring training or training camp, that's the guy that's telling them what to do. And they go, okay, fine, great. Tell me what to do. I've got my job. I've got my Sisyphusian ethic where I push the ball up the hill, and watch it roll down, and then I follow it down. Then I harness myself and push the freaking rock back up the hill again. That's what athletes do.
Right.
They don't care who's the one telling them, "Hey, a little faster there, Bronco." They don't care about that. But they do care. They do care about leadership, where it comes from, and in this case. The Lakers with Kobe, I guess he adds some leadership, but for the most part, right now, I think management and the coaching staff would love to have a Kobe-less Laker team to work with and to get everybody's attention. They did play a lot better when he was gone last year.
Yeah, they did.
It's true. So
basketball season ready to go here. Get ready to go. We got
it's
football going, baseball. We got hockey. We got basketball. I like this time of year. Everything's still going on.
Yeah, and of course Halloween's coming up.
Yeah, and we got Tootsie Rolls to hand out. So stay with us. Straight ahead, we continue.
You never can tell what'll happen.
PM show on Sports Weekend Edition with the one and only Fred Dreyer.
Do you have really pure water? Maybe not if you're drinking bottled water. Bottled water has some dirty little secrets. Plastic bottles come from oil products. The 5-gallon polycarbonate jugs contain bisphenol A, a synthetic estrogen that has raised health concerns. Bottled water dispensers quickly develop algae and bacteria and should be sanitized regularly. Have you ever cleaned your water dispenser? Are you drinking water containing algae and bacteria and synthetic estrogen? Now the good news. Pure Water Science can replace that dirty, outdated bottled water cooler with a high-tech water purification system system. The Pure Water Science System features a stainless steel tank that constantly monitors water quality to guarantee your water is pure. It alerts you when service or filter changes are needed. Multi-stage purification removes organic and inorganic contaminants, and the patented self-sanitizing feature eliminates algae and bacteria while adding oxygen to your water. It costs less than bottled water without the bottled water hassle. No more bottles to lift. Just sanitize delicious water, hot or cold, from Pure Water Science. Call 818-502-4191. 818-502-4191.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson. Attention men who've taken Androgel or any other testosterone therapy products. Androgel or other low-T products have been linked to heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, even death. Scientific studies indicate that the use of testosterone therapy products may double a man's risk of heart attack. If you or a loved one took Androgel or a testosterone therapy product and suffered from a heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, or any other cardiac event, you might be entitled to financial compensation. You have rights, and you need to let us fight for your rights. And you pay no fees unless we win. So call the tort attorneys right now. 800-557-7921. 800-557-7921. That's 800-557-7921. Cases may be referred to participating law firms in your jurisdiction.
Experience the romantic getaway you deserve at Maui's premier bed and breakfast, The Plantation Inn. With plantation-style architecture and decor combined with modern amenities such as dual rain showers and whirlpool hot tubs, guests relax in a tranquil oasis in the heart of Maui's historic Lahaina town. The inn is situated conveniently less than 2 blocks from Lahaina Harbor, as well as the famous Front Street, known for its range of shops, restaurants, gallery walks, and museums. The Plantation Inn is home to Gerard's Restaurant, voted Open Table's top most romantic restaurants in North America. Chef Gerard's contemporary island French cuisine consistently earns some of the highest ratings in Hawaii. Come discover why Hawaii Magazine readers named the Plantation Inn #1 best bed and breakfast in Hawaii. Visit theplantationinn.com or call us at 667-9225.
It's the PM Show, weekend edition on sports. Follow Fred Dreyer on Twitter. The guy's tweeting all the time.
Yeah.
Fred_Dreyer, D-R-Y-E-R. That's Fred, F-R-E-D, _Dreyer, D-R-Y-E-R. You can email him, Fred Dreyer at crntalk.com. And on Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dreyer. He is the star of our show. Ladies and gentlemen, Fred Dreyer.
Thanks so very much. Looking through the sports page.
Hockey.
Hockey is here.
You and I went to the season opener.
And they looked terrible against San Jose. They got beat 4-1, and suddenly now they're
lost
in first
3 in a
place,
row, and now they won like
6 in a row.
It's great. We got to go and cheer these guys on.
That was my first L.A. hockey game. I used to go to Ranger games.
You did?
When Rod Gilbert was playing.
Who was?
Rod Gilbert.
Yeah,
he was a great Yankee. I'm a great Yankee.
Great Ranger
player.
Yeah, Ranger.
And but anyway, but we had fun, and it was great. We got to sit up there and
in the Bob Miller press box.
And we got to talk with Bob Miller for about a half hour.
Yeah, it was good talking to him.
Yep, he and his wife. And saw
Jim Jerry from CBS, and Jim Hill was there.
Jim Hill's
CBS.
always great.
Yeah,
he's timeless, Jim.
Yeah, he's good.
And so I'm looking forward to getting behind the Kings this year. We'll talk a little bit more about them. I've been reluctant to talk about hockey over the years.
Well, now we're going to loosen you up a little bit and get you into a hockey kind of mode.
Yeah, once I realized the icing the puck situation, I think I'm sold now.
No, you got it. And you forget they're on skates. That's why it's such an amazing game. As the game goes on, you watch it, and there's a lot of basketball passing things in it. There's a lot of football movements on there.
I love the vision of the game. It's a fast game.
You got to be ready.
And you got to really anticipate, and you've got to be able to see those moves. Like Wayne Gretzky said, he says, I pass the puck not to where they are, but where they're going to be.
That's it. And you were always a big Wayne Gretzky fan because you and Wayne had the exact same
television set.
which you just recently got rid of. Wayne got rid of his 15 years ago, but you had
he had his longer than mine.
He did?
Yeah.
And so he just got rid of his recently.
But when I was at his house, he said, "Let me show you this thing." So he goes into his den, and there it was. I said, "This thing is a beast." I said, he said, how much does this thing weigh? He says, "God, this thing has to weigh about 600 pounds."
It was one of those rear projection models.
And it's a huge cabinet.
I think they still sell them at Sears.
No, it was unbelievable. They don't make anything this big. I think the electric cars are bigger.
This is this thing. You actually wanted me to help roll it out into your garage, as I recall.
I called my friend Willie, and Willie and I
told you to get Willie.
We had to take it through the front doors.
It was bad enough I had to carry your old Trinitron 19-inch set.
Out the steps.
I injured my back lifting up your Trinitron set that was like 900 pounds, and you were watching it.
It was a Sony.
It was a Sony, and then we dropped it down, I believe, on the floor of your daughter's room. I hope she's able to walk around it, because I'm sure it's still there.
No, that was the Sony. I picked that up by myself.
You did? That was a pretty heavy piece of unit.
So anyway, I put the television, I rolled it out. I rolled it out onto my porch.
Did you push it
down the hill? Down, and as I was pushing, my neighbors came out. And they
did you roll over a neighbor?
And they looked at me.
People scream.
I said, I'm done. The country's going to hell in a handbasket. I'm taking my TV and I'm moving out to the desert.
You're a little bit on a hill. You could push that thing and push it down to Paul Stern's house. And
you can put a saddle on it and ride it down to Westwood.
That's great. That's a great television. I'm telling you, it was a little hard to watch because the convergence adjustments were off somewhat. You told me you were watching a football game, and I swore it was a baseball game, but I wasn't sure.
Somewhat. But I called the Salvation Army.
And they refused to pick it up.
I explained it to them and said, "We'll be right out."
I'm sure when they got there, they were sorry for
We'll be right out.
You can't take this. Poor guy couldn't lift it up on the truck. Yeah. We're out of time, everybody. If you miss anything, email Fred Dryer.
That's the fastest 2 hours
at crtalk.com. Follow us at Twitter feeds at Fred_Dryer. And, of course, on Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. Final words from Fred?
Have a safe Halloween, everybody. Remember, it's Tootsie Rolls, Kit Kats. Not in that order necessarily, but boy, oh boy, it's a delicious treat. Happy Halloween.
Enjoying all your favorite CRN programming is easier than ever.